Few sci-fi movies go down history as classics. They're cult favorites. Generations talk about them. They're not just movies that just come into a theater and do their time and just vanish and be forgotten. A few of these movies I can say is 2001 Space Odyssey, Event Horizon, Independence Day, Alien. Now these are movies that will stand the test of time. Now I'm glad to say that Project Hail Mary, directed by Phil and Miller, is one of those movies that will stand the test of time and has all the makings of a true classic. Let's talk about it. This movie is a direct adaptation of Andy Weir's novel of the same name, Project Hail Mary. It goes to show at this point that this man's novels are very cinematic, and they have, or at least they have very great cinematic potential. The last adaptation was also an Andy Weir's novel, that's Martian, which starred Matt Damon, and that was a big success. But there's one key difference I noticed between this adaptation and The Martian is a little more grounded, if you will. I mean, it does take place on Mars, but it was more of a survival story. It was more realistic. I mean, it could happen in real life. But in case of this movie, they went sci-fi. They truly science the shit out of this. I mean, they introduced aliens, they introduced spaceships. So yes, this was more sci-fi and more out there, if you will, compared to The Martian. Now our boy Ryan Gosling plays Ryan Grace, who is basically an awkward scientist. The thing about this character is we know everything we need to know about him early on in the film itself. He's awkward, he's shy with conversations, he's not very good at it. However, when it comes to science, he's a real genius. He knows what he's doing. He's a molecular biologist as well as a former science teacher. But he's sent to space, light years away from Earth, against his will. He's been forced to do it. Apparently, that's where the movie starts. He finds himself in the spaceship, and he's a lone survivor. The mission is basically a mission to save Earth itself. It's a trip to Tau Ceti. It's a star that has not been ravaged by the astrophages. Astrophages are apparently the main antagonists of this film. They are threatening to dim out the sun, which means that the Earth could be plunged to the next ice age unless they find out a solution. And this man, Rylan Grace, is the solution. He has to bring a solution and take it back home. It's basically a suicide mission, and they have no way to bring him back. However, it's not some science expedition. Is it really that straightforward? It's not. It's not like he goes to space, finds a solution, and comes back. It's not just a scientific expedition as intended. This turns into an unexpected friendship with an alien organism. He meets an alien called Rocky. Now, these two are they're surprisingly amicable. They're friendly. This relationship, this camaraderie between them, is what takes this movie forward. This is what the movie is all about. The other things are just trimmings. They are just meant to add some sort of structure to the story. However, the interaction between Ryan Gosling as well as the alien, this is what really brings the real life and heart to this movie. Now, I must say at this point, Ryan Gosling has truly proved himself to be an artist, a real actor. Because imagine this, you're stuck in space, you have no one to interact with, you are the only sole survivor, and the only way you can hook an audience for nearly 3 hours is with soul communication as well as any sort of camaraderie with a puppet, with a non-human entity. And you have to make it convincing with very little to do, and you have to entertain the audience. Now that is something only an actor with true charisma and true experience in the industry can do, and Ryan Gosling was a perfect man for this job. Was really happy with his performance in this. Another aspect of this movie that made me quite happy was the design of the alien and the spaceship itself. When we first encounter them on screen, they really subverted the expectations. I mean, what do you imagine when you see an alien? You imagine little green men or humanoid creatures with big slanting black eyes, antenna on top. No, this does not meet the criteria at all. This basically looks like a spider with 4 or 5 legs. It has absolutely no distinctive features. It's like literally made of rock. It literally does not look like anything you've ever seen before. That much I promise you. And it does not even communicate to what you feel an alien would communicate with. I mean, with some language, with some telepathy. No, it communicates through echolocation and mimicry, and that's what makes it so dramatic and interesting. So I really like that they designed this creature in such a way that it is cinematic. It's really literally you feel it's funny and engaging at the same time, seeing it interact with a human. And even the spaceship is one of the most weirdest designs I ever seen. I mean, it was all spiky, it was golden. So basically, it is not what you would expect from an alien at all, and what typically is depicted when it comes to an alien, like a flying saucer, the humanoid figure, all that is gone. This is a completely different depiction and truly subverts the expectations, and I'm all for it. Now, of course, the most interesting part of the film, the interaction between these two. Like I said earlier, this is the beating heart of the film. It is what really drives us all to the theaters to watch them. What I really loved about this is they are two highly advanced beings. See, even Ryan Grace has genius level intellect. He really knows what he's doing, even though it's awkward. Even that alien is truly, I mean, it's a spacefaring alien. So clearly, it has technology and means and the knowledge beyond what we know. But they're so innocent in the interaction. It's like two kids trying to interact with each other, trying to learn each other's language, trying to find a way to form a friendship, a bond. It really warmed my heart. I mean, we don't get movies like this anymore. It's not just about laser guns and Terminators destroying the world. It's not about ray guns or plasma cannons. No, this is just some interaction between the two beings, and I really enjoyed this. I thought at first it would be boring. It would kind of make me yawn. It would really maybe consider sitting there for almost 3 hours. But I really enjoyed it, guys. It's really sweet. It has its sad moments, which really got to me. It really got me in the feels. Trust me, especially during the later part of the movie, during the third act, it really got me in the feels. So they did it really well. Even the puppetry associated with the alien is really good. And I'm really happy that this alien lends itself well to merchandising. Yes, I'm a collector. I love merchandise. I love collecting stuff of my favorite characters, my favorite cinematic movie characters in movies. And I think this Rocky is really has potential for action figures, for bags, for apparel, anything you can name of. So I'm really waiting for it, and hopefully that passes through. The cinematography in this movie is top notch. The vibrant color, the redness, the cinematography, the camera pacing, everything is just done to perfection. And then it shows that they really took time with this movie. It's not some big budget movie they just want to churn out and just to make money. No, this was an artistic movie, and no wonder Ryan Gosling was in it, because he's an artist first and a box movie star later. So the thing is, this was an artistic movie. They approached this script like an artist. They did not approach the script like in a commercial manner. I could really see it. And this movie is made for theaters. Do watch it in IMAX or 4DX if you get the chance, because that's what this movie is made for. Pay the ticket, pay the premium, go and watch it in the movie theater, because that's what this is made for. And it really makes a good use of the technology, I would say. It was amazing. And I think it deserves an Oscar category of its own. I really hope it wins an Oscar for this. Now, the scripting was all right. I mean, I would say it was a pretty decent and well thought out script. The first act, the second and third act were fluid. There was no abrupt stops in the middle. It really, every single frame in this movie had a purpose. It had a story to tell. I mean, it made up for one cohesive whole. There was a good flow. However, I can't help but think that, especially in the middle act, when both Ryan Grace and Rocky meet, the pacing slows down dramatically. I mean, it really takes its time to know these characters. And I think that is the genius of it. I mean, I know, I get it. Some people don't like slow-paced movies. They want a fast-paced movie that will really get to the chase, cut to the chase quite quickly. However, I can't help but think, was this slow on purpose, or was it a script flaw? I don't think it was a flaw in the script. It was purposefully made slow, because you need like I said, the characters in the spaceship. These are the main for focal points of this movie. We need to take the time to understand them, to know them, to really enjoy the interactions between them. So a slow pace is the only thing that makes sense in this movie. I cannot imagine it just being rushed through and then directly getting to the action, directly getting to the end. I think that would have been a real disservice to this movie. And the slow pacing really lends well to the novel as well, because Andy Weir, even in the novel, has really described his characters in detail. He has really gone through the story in a very detailed fashion. So the pacing is similar to the novel. So I think, like I said, they really approach this movie tactfully and artistically. So the slow pacing, in my opinion, is not really a detriment. It's actually an advantage to this movie if you like that kind of slow burns. Overall, guys, this movie was amazing. It was great. It was everything that I expected. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect, because the trailers gave what you want to see, but they never gave away the story. They never gave away what would go down in this movie. So that was they showed us. At the same time, there was a mystery to it. It was fantastic. I have no complaints with this movie whatsoever. I mean, if you're a sci-fi fan and you like such movies, this movie is a must-watch, and it is even a must-own once it comes out on physical media. So, what do you guys think? Do you like this movie? Comment down below. Let me know if you like. What do you think of it? Of course, please do like, subscribe, and share. It really helped me out as a movie reviewer. And do watch out for more reviews to come. And let's embrace cinema together. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.